Today we're discussing the Alvarez AG66CESHB Deluxe. Hey, James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas. You can find us at tarpleymusic.com, and please subscribe to the channel below if you haven't done so already. So, this is the Alvarez AG66CESHB Deluxe. Say that 9 times fast, right? Great guitar. This is an AIM model guitar. If you're not familiar, AIM is AIMM. It's the Alliance of Independent Music Merchants. So a lot of your privately owned and smaller companies are part of this AIM. So you'll only find this guitar in those dealers. And of course, Tarpley Music is one. And so this is pretty much an all mahogany guitar. So it's solid African mahogany top. And that mahogany is really going to give you a lot of crisp highs out of that. And not to mention, aesthetically, it's just a gorgeous wood to look at. But it's a great tonal wood also. So it's a lot like spruce, but it does have a tendency to have some of those higher tones. It's really well used as well. So this is back and sides mahogany as well as a mahogany neck. This is a Indian laurel fretboard, very similar to rosewood from a fretboard standpoint. It's not a weaker or worse wood in my opinion at all. It holds up very well to rosewood. The bridge also is laurel, and then ebony bridge pin. So ebony, very dense hardwoods, great for, you don't think about the bridge pin, but how much does this really hold? Literally, that guitar is sitting there, and then this peg is just holding that. So it's really important to have really nice one. A lot of you guys who've had maybe less expensive acoustic guitars in the past, you always have those plastic ones that got to be replaced, right? So it really does make a difference. This is holding down the ball of that string, right? So very comfortable guitar. This is a grand Auditorium, so it's a nice, good body size guitar. Sounds really, really good on its own. It's a 25.5 scale length, right? So the scale length is from the bridge to the nut, and it is real bone, nut and saddle. There's really no corners were cut on this. This is just a really great, solid mahogany top guitar. Really nice neck, plays very, very well. This is the FS6, which is the X bracing underneath, and so it's the latest by Alvarez, and basically it's still an X pattern, but it's shifted up a little bit, so there's a little bit more body room, so it can breathe a little bit more like that. And of course, it still has some scalloped tone bars in there. So you want as much strength with as little material as possible on a soundboard or the top. That's really most of the guitars at soundboard. So if you've got a really good wood and is that can breathe a whole lot like that, but is still strong, that's why you get that big sound. I think they do it really well. I like this kind of forward bracing system that they have. And then this is actually a VTC element pickup in it. So it's just a piezo pickup under saddle. In the edge pin down here is actually where the preamp is inside the guitar, and there's actually even a compressor in there that they have, so you can tend to get a lot of volume without a lot of feedback. But it's all in that end pin right down there, so you just have your volume knob in the sound hole and then a tone. It basically just rolls the high tones off. So very simple, right? The 9-volt is in a pouch just up there. It's very simple. There's no big chunk taking out of here for the preamp or anything, which allows a whole lot of good body guitar sound. So we're going to definitely hear this thing played. We're going to hear it by itself. We're going to hear it plugged in direct, mic'd a few different ways, and then of course we'll hear it in the mix, and we'll be right back with those. So the first way we have it is just going direct right into a DI box into the interface in the Studio One. So you get home, you're like, hey, I want to record a song. I just plug in the guitar. I can go right into it without miking or anything. Still get a really, really great sound. Great, huge, direct, full sound on this. So now we have it mic'd with a Sennheiser E906 dynamic microphone. So most of the time you will use a condenser microphone when you're miking acoustics, but dynamics can work really well too. Especially if you got a really hard strumming part that's very percussive, it's a great mic to use for that. So here's the Sennheiser E906. now we're going to add the direct signal back into it, so you're going to hear the combination of a direct signal and then the 906 on top of that. So now we're miking with a large diaphragm condenser. This is a really good budget large diaphragm condenser by Audio-Technica, the AT2035. Very affordable. It's a great mic, especially for home recording if you're new to it. It's just a really good representation of what this budget mic can do, as well as the guitar. So here it is with the AT2035. So now we're going to add the direct signal back into that, and we're going to have the combination of the AT2035 and direct in. So we've heard this beautiful guitar on its own, so now let's hear it in the mix with some backing tracks I did earlier, some different styles. Hit it, boys! So the Alvarez AG66CESHB Deluxe .6482 Batman symbol bank niner, whatever the model number is. No, it is a really killer guitar. So why should you get one? Well, first of all, if you don't have one, you should get one. And the second reason is this is just a really killer budget guitar that's all mahogany top. I mean, any arsenal of guitars, you're probably going to have a spruce or two, and then you might have cedar for that fingerstyle kind of lot, and then you'll probably have some sort of a mahogany guitar as well. And this is just a killer guitar. It's a fantastic LR Baggs pickup in it. Nice, easy cutaway. Just a really great workhorse, not to mention it's just gorgeous. Looks really good too. But this is a really good workhorse at a price point where you're not emptying the bank. So I think Alvarez just kills in this price range. They do extremely well. So this is yet another guitar I really want to get because I want to have kind of a mahogany guitar that I can go to when I really want those highs to pop and stuff. So killer guitar and a lot of Alvarez guitars. We have a lot of Alvarez guitars. More reason to come down and hang out with us, play some Alvarez guitars, and just have some fun learning these things. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and if you want to see more of these videos as they drop, just turn on notifications. We'll see you at the next one.